I was born in a small town in Mpumalanga, South Africa, right with freedom commencing in 1994. My dad being a teacher and my mom being a nurse. I became a lawyer specializing with family law and property law. Working for a corporation that I work for is not a contradiction because of the values that the corporation I work for has enshrined within its own policies. Social justice played a huge role in me pushing myself. I got into mineral rights. It was a whole new world for me, dealing with property that belongs to the state, which is minerals. We have to secure our social license to mine within the host community within 25-kilometer radius. My day-to-day encompasses ensuring that the mining rights that we already have are valid. This is an original mining right. So this is what we obtain from mining titles upon successfully applying for a mining right. The polygon marks the area where we have a mining right in place. What has happened since 2018 till now is that we've abandoned greenfields. So when we apply again for the same consolidation, we must apply with a different polygon. So we need to make sure that it's correct, because if it's not correct on the date of execution, we'll have to get delayed for months to fix it. Mining law, you actually learn in practice, not in theory. To know that it's a field of law that's not tapped into a lot, it made me have a desire to grow in it.
As part of those business processes, there are existing licenses or new licenses.
There's legislated timeframes for submission of documents for compliance.
If you do not renew the mining right timeously, anybody else can apply for the same rights and mine. And that means 1,000+ jobs lost at an operation.
Is there a fundamental difference if line 1 is an existing license or a new license? Does the stage gate change?
In our instance, it would be the same.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. I gotta go.
Thank you so much. Our other duty is to ensure that the life of mine is legislatively compliant, valuing the safety of our community, of the society at large. My father's influence on my life is significant.
Thank you.
What my father did for me was show me that it's possible, that I'm capable. He reiterated the significance of education. Freedom,
Yeah.
when ukhulele kwi-apartheid era, uyibonile yonke from the 50s all the way.
And then no rights, it's easy to forcefully move them from one area into the hostel systems.
By the time I was born, my father was a high school principal, so he was already highly respected in the community. He's the first educated person in his whole family.
You understand? So yizo nje izinto ezinokungijabulisa mawuthola nje usibukuthi.
How far we've come.
Yeah, we've come, and in a short time.
Yeah. I've been afforded the privilege to be able to own property with the new South Africa that we live in. So when you think of that, and like right now, you're sitting in your daughter's house, how does that make you feel, Butsi?
I feel very, very proud.
By the time I got to high school, my desire was to see justice for females.
The good amount.
Good, how are you?
I'm habitually late. Apologies. Just kidding. How are you guys?
It's been 3 years. You look great. You are glowing.
Life is good. Yeah, it's me and my kids. Yeah. I met Clara when I was on the case of divorcing. It was so difficult. sweet uClara ngakhona ukuthi ngikhale kuye. Then yeah, ngahlangana noClara kanjalo ke.
In a divorce matter, there's no win or lose. Sometimes your win is a settlement.
Yeah.
And me settling on my client's best terms. If my client is happy, I won. One thing I love about our career is that there's no ceiling.
Yeah.
I definitely love that. There's no ceiling. And if I want to go the corporate route, which is something that I wanted to do a few years ago, and I started on that route, and now I'm in that space. Now I'm in mining laws, and it's very, like, a whole new world for me. My mother became a nurse at the peak of apartheid, where a black female could not become anything other than a cleaner, a helper, or at best work in a shop. Those were the better jobs. With 5 siblings, my parents had a lot of expenses and had a lot to prioritize to just get us through the basics that we needed to survive and grow up.
It's coming.
So when I saw that, I told myself that I have no choice but to become a lawyer and more.
Let's go. Huh? Why is it at the front? Njani? Ngaphi njani? Let's go. Bye, Fosi. I love you. See you later.
Now that there's no restriction for the black child in terms of what you can and cannot do. However, you still see the ripple effect of what was. What we're seeing here is a community largely dominated by government housing. Hence, most of the community here is community members that are beneficiaries of government housing. However, not all. The kind of field work that I did for my dissertation was actually to touch base with people that are beneficiaries of government housing within South African mining towns. It's about empowering people to actually be able to sustain their own livelihoods. The key to ensuring that is through the social and labor plan that the mine has for each and every one of its operations. And that's crucial. That's what actually keeps the life of mine going smoothly.